Ladies and gentlemen, Garfield and friends.
Friends are there
to help you get started, to give you...
Hello and welcome to the Lost Media Chronicles, a show that discusses lost movies, music, art, you name it. The world of animation can be a fickle mistress. Works can go into production that give promise and ambition. However, studios have to assess the financial worth of the work and may see it as an impeding bomb, resulting in cancellation. Today's topic is one of those canceled programs. This is the story of Garfield's Judgment Day. For the unfamiliar, Garfield is a comic strip written by Jim Davis and involves the antics and misadventures of a fat, lazy orange tabby cat named Garfield, who often torments his owner, John Arbuckle, who is a lonely, pathetic single man. The strip has a revolving door of characters including Odie, Lyman, Nermal, and the many failed romantic interests of Arbuckle. The strip continues to be popular today, being one of the longest running strips of all time. To understand how this special came to be, it helps to understand Garfield's history. This means that we have to trace back to the beginning of Davis's career. He started in the late 1960s as an advertisement executive with an eye for comic strips. He helped Tom Ryan produce famed strip Tumbleweeds in the early 70s, and got the opportunity to create a strip of his own called Norm the Gnats. Norm got acclaim for its gags and comedic timing, but audiences had trouble connecting to it. Davis noticed that strips based off dogs were doing well, but there weren't any for cats. He was quite fond of cats, as he'd grown up with over 25 of them on his parents' farm. He created the concept of Garfield based off of one particular orange tabby from that childhood. Garfield's premiere came in 1978, and the art style was much different compared to what we're used to seeing today. The titular cat was fatter, and usually remained on his four paws. Odie was introduced with Lyman to make the strip more interesting. The additional characters helped boost the strip's popularity, with it being a household name into the 80s. By 1981, it was featured in over 850 newspapers and was generating $15 million a year in merchandise. With such a hit, television adaptations were inevitable. In 1982, the first Garfield animated television special was produced, titled Here Comes Garfield, aired on CBS. Fans loved finally seeing Garfield have a voice, with most of the characters retaining the same vocal characteristics today. This led to subsequent animated specials each year. They always attracted a lot of viewers. The most popular specials were the holiday ones, though critical reception was on the mixed side. This led to the creation of the extremely popular Saturday morning cartoon Garfield and Friends, featuring shorts from Davis's other popular comic strip, U.S. Acres. However, Davis was growing bored with the usual Garfield formula and wanted to try something a little different. In either 1987 or 1988, Davis started penning a Garfield story unlike any other titled Garfield's Judgment Day. It starts with Garfield and Odie being filled with a sense of dread after a beam of light awakens them. Unlike other Garfield adaptations, John is able to understand what the two are saying, and he reassures them everything is going to be okay. As the story progresses with the usual Garfield antics, a tornado terrorizes the town. It's notable for being a dark take on Davis's formula. He took this concept to several animation studios, with the intention of creating a feature-length film. These studios included 20th Century Fox and Disney, but nobody would accept it, thinking the dark concept wouldn't sell. Davis took a stab at several different scripts, and even funded for some work to be done, hoping for better luck to attract a studio. Voices and music were recorded. Some sources state that Davis helped create a few minutes of animation. The production proved to be too expensive to produce on his own, and after years of trying to find a studio that would take it, he settled with turning the story into a children's picture book published in 1990. The only elements of the special that have ever aired was a song featured in Garfield's 10-year anniversary special titled Happy Birthday Garfield. In it, the narrator mentions a sneak preview of an upcoming ambitious work, and footage of the recording is shown with some audio. Vocals were done by Desiree Goyette and Lou Rawls. The elusive special has left some fans foaming at the mouths as to what could have been. It's unknown if Davis will ever want to see it finished now, and it's unlikely seeing as it's been over 30 years. Some fans think that this could have been his greatest creation. Others think that the dark subject matter would have clashed with Garfield's usually light-hearted nature. As a Garfield fan growing up, I'm mixed to how I feel about this. On one hand, I don't think the dark tone would have worked very well, though I can't fault Davis for wanting to try something more serious. Maybe he could have done this with a new intellectual property though. He was already playing a big gamble, might as well go all the way. It just feels so out of place for Garfield, even in picture book form. Another part of me just wants all Garfield media to see the light of day. However, with the overabundance of Garfield media already available, I don't think we're missing out on terribly much. But that doesn't stop the curious. So what do you guys think? Do you think this could have been a masterpiece, or do you agree with the decision that it was too dark? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell if you want to see more videos similar to this one. Also, be sure to keep an eye out for my new series on Troubled Productions starting next month. And as always, thanks for watching.